This is episode number 71, Weight Loss Case Study with Lesley, McBride. Welcome everybody to another episode here at Body and Mind Transformation by Custom Body Fitness. This is your health coach, Sandro, and today we interview our member, Lesley McBride. She has been with us around 3 years. She signed up for the first year and then COVID hit. She stopped her membership, and then we offered some online sessions, so she continued with that. Then she had an issue in her arm and she had to take a long break, so she started losing weight. And then when she took that long break, she started gaining weight, and she wasn't feeling happy with the results. She wanted to go back and lose the weight that she has lost, and she needed guidance for her to get those results, and that's how we kick in. But what we really care is about the changes that she has made to get those good results, and there is nobody else who can tell you the changes that you can make than her, because she has applied those in her life. Just like many of them members, we have interviewed other members. It's good that you know this information so you can put it into practice. So without further introduction, let's listen to our members' interview. Enjoy. At CBF, we know that for you to change your body, you need to change your mind. Exercise and eating healthy is only part of the plan. We care about our members as we care about our family, because our members become our family. It is not about competition, but support. It is not about being the strongest or the fastest, but about you defeating your negative self. It is about working together and making the task challenging and have fun. By the end, what matters is not how hard the session was, but that you take control of your mind so you can take control of your body. My name is Sandro, and I'm happy you are part of our family. Welcome to Custom Body Fitness. Welcome everybody to another interview with one of our great members. She has seen great results. You can see the before and after. We're gonna post it right here. And we want to share with you everything that our members are doing to get great results. And there is nothing else than our members who can tell you what they're doing so they can deliver results. Lesley, welcome, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for doing this. I want to know the beginning, how everything started, why you decided to sign up, what made you sign up?
3 years ago or something like that. I don't know if can cast my mind back, but yes, I know that I wasn't happy with how unfit I was, and I wasn't toned, and so I just knew I needed to do something. And a friend, Sandro, who's still a team member here, recommended you, and you were close by in Carbondale at the time. I lived in Carbondale, and so it was a no-brainer to join.
So that was 3 years ago,
yeah,
right? When you joined us,
yeah.
And you say no-brainer because probably you saw the results in Sandra.
Saw the results. I think she lost weight straight away, and she just loved it, and she recommended it. And before my lull, I had always done aerobics, previous to having children. And then having twins, it takes up a lot of your time.
I didn't know you had twins.
Yeah.
I know you had 2 boys, but I didn't know they were twins.
They're twins.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
So and they were premature, and so I got it out of the habit of going to a gym and exercising, with a team. And so just had to get back into it.
So you exercised before, and you stay in shape, if you want to call it like that.
Yeah.
But then you were pregnant, you had difficult delivery, you have your kids, you drop it completely.
Apart from walking with a stroller, a double stroller, that would be my exercise and holding babies.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me what right now are the difficulties on your whole journey?
Just being consistent. You know, once you commit, it's just being consistent. And yeah, that's about it. You know, and obviously sticking to a healthy diet. You know, if you socialize a little, sometimes that can be a little tricky, you know, eating out. But yeah, you know, now 3 years down the line, it's easier, and it's just part of a lifestyle.
You can disagree with me if I'm not concluding the things right. So we can say that in the beginning, the consistency of eating healthy and exercising was difficult. But right now, that's not so difficult.
You know, it's not so difficult because the children are older, they're independent, and I have time to myself more than 4 years ago, when I'm still committed to not childcare as such, but just being responsible for their lives. And now they're older, independent, and I can take my life back. And so, you know, my evenings are my own now.
Now that we hear the difficulty about the journey, tell me that those 3 years, tell me what happened in those 3 years that you can recollect about your journey of weight loss and toning your body.
Well, in the beginning, you know, you work really, really hard when you first come here. And it is hard work. It's meant to be, because that's how you get the results. And so the hardest is not having instant results, and that it does take time. And then when Carbondale closed and COVID happened, you know, I did do the online classes, and that helped a lot. And then I did take a break for a while because I had an injury that wouldn't seem to go away. And I did acupuncture and PT and everything. And really the only thing that helped was just a total break from using that part of my body, and doing alternatives, hiking and riding my bike. And then once I was better, I knew I had to come back. I wanted to come back.
So now tell me about the things that deliver results. Tell me about the changes you have made in your life. Talk to me about your way of thinking. Talk to me about you eating and about you exercise.
Well, consistently coming to class at least 3 times a week. And when I'm not coming to class, in the days in between, just being active, whether it's just a walk around the block or, you know, a bike ride, obviously not in this weather, but, you know, just doing something every day, moving every day. Doesn't have to be, you know, aerobic, but just consistent.
So you stay active every day.
Active every day.
You do your 3 sessions of weightlifting with us, and you stay active, walk, ride. And what do you mean with this weather right now? It's snowing.
Yeah, but we still walk. You wear your warm jacket and you still go out. So, yeah.
So that's what is giving you results, being active the whole week.
Being active.
How long do you give yourself every day to be active?
Well, at least an hour. But also, I have a stand-up desk at work, so I'm not sitting all day long.
Okay, so that helps.
So that really helps. And even at work, because you know, you have the smart watch that tells you how many miles you do a day, and even when I don't come to class, sometimes I've still walked 5 miles. And so it's just not just sitting and being couch potato, but just being active every day.
Okay, now let's talk about your food. What changes? How you used to eat before, and how do you eat it now?
I mean, I always considered myself a healthy eater because I didn't eat junk food. But I think I've just eaten more vegetables and fruit, and cooking for the family every day. Growing teenage boys eat a little differently, so I just have to adapt the dinner, and I will have extra vegetables, they will have the potatoes, rice or pasta, so just kind of like cut down on the unhealthy carbs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even though you don't used to eat junk food, there were things that you were eating that weren't helping you to lose weight.
Yeah,
such as pasta.
And even just things like yogurt, a lot of yogurt, cheese and crackers is my main downfall snack, so I try to keep away from that.
Okay, and now you're replacing that with veggies.
I try and replace it with veggies and fruit, and stuff like that.
Okay, any other change that you can think of you eating?
Less alcohol.
Okay, less alcohol.
Yeah, less alcohol in it. I know that's not food, but it's consumption. So, and I wasn't a big drinker, but I would wouldn't think twice about opening a bottle of wine, having wine with dinner, even during the week.
You don't think that would affect your weight?
Not when it's just when you think it's one glass and supposedly red wine is meant to be good for you compared to other alcoholic drinks, I suppose, and that's why I drink. So, but now I just, I don't think about it. So,
perfect.
Yeah.
So, okay. So the veggies, the alcohol intake, you reduce the alcohol intake, you increase your veggies, you eat less carbs.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Okay, so now we already talked about the exercise and we talk about your food intake. Now let's talk about your mindset. What else? What do you think, how you used to think before and now that you make all these changes? How that changed?
So I would say that the mindset about coming to an exercise class is always like, oh, hard work. Do I have the energy for it? And gearing yourself up for it. Well, it is just part of my
struggle.
No, now it's just part of my life that there's no struggle. I think because, partly because you get the results, that obviously helps. But just coming here, everyone who works out together as a team, it's almost your little social life. You come and you work out with people that you enjoy their company, and we're all doing the same thing together, and everyone, I assume, is getting the results, because that's why they're still coming. And, it's just, I don't think about it. It's sign up for class, get home from work, get changed, come, and it's never like, oh, I don't feel like going. Never.
Okay.
Yeah?
So that changed?
Yes.
Well, before was a struggle?
Yeah, I think so, because it's just, when something is new, and it's just hard to get into that routine. And the routine that's just part of my life now is class. And, I can't do that on Friday night because I'm going to class, Okay. I used to always go to First Friday, and I don't go anymore because I come to class.
You come to session
Yes.
and exercise
Yes.
instead of now your priorities are correct.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me about your results. Tell me, where are you right now? Where you started? How you close fit and everything that you can talk to me about your results.
Well, I can actually wear jeans now, which before I would literally live in sort of stretchy yoga pants because they were much more comfortable, because everything else was tight and uncomfortable. So now everything fits better, and I feel comfortable wearing stuff that I hadn't before.
Good.
Yeah,
That's the goal,
It's
huh?
expanded my wardrobe somewhat. So
Nice.
I can wear things that were sitting in the wardrobe unworn, and now I can wear them.
Nice.
So,
It's good to
yeah,
hear that.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Let's what would be your best tip for somebody who's starting to lose weight, or somebody who's stuck and they not able to lose weight? What would you tell that person?
Gosh, I mean, I would say stick with it, because it will happen if you keep coming to class. And, if you're struggling with your diet, talk to Sandro.
Thank you. Okay. Anything else that you want to tell the public? Anything that you want to say?
Come to Custom Body Fitness. It's a great place. You get fit, you get strong, you get results, and everyone here are friendly and happy.
Thank you, Lesley. So you hear everybody, you hear the tip, you hear what she has been doing to lose the weight on her body. Has been a journey. She has a couple of struggles here and there. She changed a lot of her eating. She also is very active, which is a key point right there. Eating healthy and being active. So there you have it. Thank you so much, Lesley. I really appreciate it. And you have a good day. You too, everybody. And let's tune in the next testimonial. Bye now. Okay, everybody, I think that was a good interview right there. Hope you got a lot of good information. As she mentioned, a couple things that she changed for her to see results. Is one thing is be active. No matter what, be active. She is doing weightlifting 3 times a week, and she goes for a walk, bike ride, or run the rest of the week. But she's active every day of the week. The other thing is she increased her veggie intake. And her family eat a little different to her, so she has accommodated her food so she can eat more veggies on dinner. The other thing is she got rid of all those processed carbs. She's not eating those. And another thing is the alcohol intake. She wasn't a heavy drinker. However, she drank a couple glasses here and there. It wasn't difficult for her to open a bottle of wine. Once she understood that contributed to her weight gain, she completely cut that out of her life. That's another thing that she changed in her life to get results. I think it's most likely that summary. I can think about anything else. If you can think about anything else, please comment with your summary. I would love to hear what you learned from this episode, from this interview. And thank you so much for continue following us. Remember, stay physically and mentally healthy and close to God, and we'll be tuning in the next episode.